Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apex Investor Livestream weekend update. To do a stream or a video on Friday, so I'm doing this right now just to get up to speed with the situation with the stock market, Metamaterials, GameStop, AMD, whatever else is looking really good in the stock market. So let's get up to speed with what happened on Friday. Dow Jones was down 0.42%, 149 points. Bitcoin looks like, okay, that's not the, that's in different currency. Okay, I'll just wait for this to load. So we're going to look at the trending stocks. Again, I call them the trending stocks, not the meme stocks. I think meme stocks is a little bit kind of demeaning to these stocks, a little disrespectful. So Lucid is doing okay. They're $23. Another great stock, great pick. Sava is down 32%. Wow. That really took a dive. Okay, so let's look at Sava. Newegg as well went down over 14% on Friday. Looking at the movers and shakers, Metamaterials is relatively stable. It's at 350. So that's going to be picking up speed this month, August 10th and beyond. Coinbase 236. Okay, these are just some stocks I really like. Just naming them on my portfolio here. DD is okay. Looks like they're rallying somewhat. Still too early to say whether that was support earlier around $9 and below. But we'll see later on in about 2 months. Roblox $76. Still a little too high, but that usually goes to 90 and above. Kodak is at 738 per share. QuantumScape $22. Wow, that's really trending low. That's going to explode sometime in the next 5 years, 10 years. CCIV, that's now known as Lucid, so we won't talk about that anymore. It's just Lucid, LCID. SOS, 257. Mara's at $27. Vaxart, $7.19. It's down 7%. Take a look at that. Let me just take a look at this live stream, make sure we're doing well. Okay, good. I'd like to just give a shout out to all the new subscribers, everyone who's been watching and liking the videos, commenting. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I don't have time to respond to all the comments. I'm just too busy to do that, but I appreciate it. If I get around to it, I get around to it. If I don't, then I'm just too busy. Dexcom is up 13%. That's the glucometer company. They're at $515 per share. So we have two similar companies in Sensonics, SENS, that's the ticker symbol, and Metamaterials, MMAT, ticker symbol. They both do glucometer sensing technology. So the prospect of both of them, Sensonics and Metamaterials, going to triple digits is very much in the realm of possibility. Maybe not $500 per share, but $100 definitely. I mean, if Dexcom can do it, all it'll take is a news catalyst for either one, Sensonics, or maybe even both, Sensonics and Metamaterials, for them to go to the stratosphere, to the moon. Bitcoin is at $39,600 US dollars per Bitcoin. So they're down 5%. Looks like they're trending upward though. I think they are starting to recover. We'll see how this pans out in the next year. That is the king of the cryptocurrency industry. Clover is at $8. Okay, so it still needs to go to, I think, 7. That's our entry point. Mavis at 13.77. And then closing out with AMC. I'm gonna open that in a new tab, and GME. Okay, so I'm gonna look at all these tabs that I just opened up. Got a number of tabs here. Sava is the first one. Again, down $33 or 32 over 32%. 52-week range 278 to 146. This is a great stock, just not at this price. I don't believe this is true support. This is definitely a dip, but not a dip you want to buy into right at this moment. Volume was 25 million, so about 8 times the average. So let's wait for this to load. Now, normally when I do a video or I post a video, I will save you time so you don't have to wait for all these things to load. But since this is a live stream, you don't have that luxury at this moment. And I'd like to just get this video complete. I don't want to have to waste too much time processing and everything. So that's why I'm doing it like this today. And if you have any questions or comments, I'm here to look at those as well. Okay, and I do this as a pro bono service to mankind, to humankind. I know there are websites, or I should say YouTube channels, where they offer investment advice or stock picks or entry points, and they look at those kinds of things, and they offer, not offer, but they tell their viewers to donate money. I'm not about that. I know that some channels do that, and that's their choice. They can do whatever they want, but uh, that's not where my motivation is. It's not about that. I mean, if people want to donate money, go ahead, but it's not something that I'm making like a paywall. There's no such thing as a paywall in this channel. Um, your money should be invested into the stock market, not into my pockets. But I mean, if anyone is inclined to do that because maybe they took my advice or they looked at my entry point uh, that I was speaking about here, and then they decided to buy in at that entry point, and they made a lot of money. Maybe they, if they want to donate, I'm not going to refuse that, but I'm not here to make money off people in that way. Okay, so finally loaded Cassava Sciences. Let's look at the last month here and see what's going on with the support and the resistance. Okay, here we go. So resistance is clearly at 130 level, 130 to 140. Made a sharp downturn from the 130, 140 level. That's the last month. Looking at the last 6 months for this stock, 30. Again, I keep repeating this. I really should make another video for this stock, but 32, maybe even 30. You're looking at your apex investor entry point at 30 to 37 at the most. That's expert mode. Actually, you know what? That's not even expert mode. That's really not. Expert mode is somewhere between $3 to 20. 3 to 20 is expert mode. Normal mode, you're looking at 30 to 37, and then a more realistic entry point. You're looking at pretty much now. Actually, $70 is a normal, realistic entry point. But I'm going to wait for this to go back down to the levels it was in April, May, where it was between $30 to $37. So sub 40, it's a pretty good entry point. Normal mode, easy mode. I mean, whenever you like, really. But I'm not going to promote that as a entry point. I don't think that's advisable. So Newegg is the next one. It went down 14% on Friday. Is this the entry point we're looking for? Well, no. You're looking at an entry point of I think it was $3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, between 3 to 10 is your entry point for this. That's just all across the board. I think 3 to 10 is a more realistic entry point. If we look at the last 5 years for Newegg, now no one can see my screen right now, but just making it simplifying it for you. Expert mode, you're looking at somewhere between $3 to $3 to $6. In the normal mode, I think 7 to 10. Yeah, so this has a lot, still a ways to go to fall down, and you can sell this pretty comfortably between 20 to even as high as the recent high, which was 40, 46. Actually, it was at 79. Whoa, okay, never mind. So 20 to 79 if you buy this at $3 to $10. Yeah, Newegg's a great stock, and the market cap is over 6 billion, so it's not going to be going anywhere tomorrow. Metamaterials, we'll save that for last. Vaxart. Just want to quickly review these stocks that I like quite a bit. So Vaxart, you're looking at an entry point between $3 to 5. 3 to 5 for expert mode. And the normal mode, I think you're looking at 5 to 6, $5 to $6. And then you can sell this off around 10 and above, but pretty good stock as well. Although it is a biotech company, they do have a vaccine for the CV that is in pill form. It isn't injection, so I do believe a lot of people are more inclined to take that rather than a needle, an injection, a vaccine, or not a vaccine, I should say, an oral vaccine, a pill vaccine. I heard there's less side effects with that. Do your own research, but I heard it's only nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. That's the extent of the side effects for that. Dexcom. This is a massive company, over $49 billion market cap, and they do glucometer testing. I feel like they do more than that. I don't know why they're valued that much. So they are $515 per share. Support level for this, if you're willing to get into this expensive stock. I think expert mode, you're looking at $50 and below. And normal mode, I think you're looking at somewhere between 300 to 320. Yeah, 300 to 320, maybe even 312. But 300 to 320 is your entry point. Normal mode and easy mode, I'd say 350 and below. Yeah, this still has a ways to go, Dexcom, but I would not invest in this company. It's just way too expensive. Bitcoin. Let's look how Bitcoin has been trending. So they were down. Wow, they were actually down at 29,000 US dollars per Bitcoin back in July 21st. So it has rallied significantly. It really did jump up almost double. So we only need a little bit more to go to get back to the 60,000 US dollar level per Bitcoin, which was, I believe, an all-time high for it, 64,000. So this is rallying. There's a strong rally. I am seeing a strong rally right now. So that was the dip. That was the dip at 30,000 and below. That was the support levels, and resistance looks like 60,000 plus. But again, Bitcoin isn't something you trade. Personally, I don't think that's something you trade. You buy it cheap and you just hold on to it until kingdom come, till this goes to a million. Okay, AMC next. It's down 2.9%. It was trading between $36 to $39 on Friday. And is this trending downwards? It looks like it's stabilizing. It's hard to say whether it's going up or down. It could explode. It could implode. And the volume was 52 million, which is less than a third of its average. Okay, moving on to GameStop. GameStop is down 2%. They were trading between 158 to 167 on Friday, and volume was about half or maybe even a third of the average at 2 million. The average is about 5 million, just over 5 million, almost 6 million. Is this trending downwards? This is stabilizing as well. This could be trending downwards, or it could be exploding soon, but time will tell. I don't want to say the writing's on the wall or anything's etched in stone yet, because it definitely is not with these two kings of the stock market. Lastly, but not least, Metamaterials was trading between 340 to 361 on Friday. Volume was 7 million, so about a third, less than a third of the average volume of 22 million. This is just being shorted to oblivion right now. So if you're picking this up at sub $4, you're getting a great deal for a stock that is worth at least $10, $20. And that's going to explode very soon. The merger only took place back in June, almost 2 months now. It's been a month and a bit. So let's see what happens from August until December. I do suspect, I have a very good feeling this is going to go right back up to double digits. If not by 2022, but maybe even before then. Wow. Okay, so that's Metamaterials. Again, this is the calm before the storm. Let's look at FinViz next. Big loser and the top winner. Should I say big loser and big winner? Yeah, big loser sounds like the right term to use. The big loser on Friday was Sava at 32%. We looked at that already. Atos was another big loser, minus 23%. That's another stock I recognize. Looks like that's all that I recognize from that list. Oh, DraftKings is down. Oh, only 2.59%. Okay, the top gainer, the big winner for Friday was ERYP, biotech company from France, up almost 55% on Friday. Any big winners that I realize or that I recognize? Dexcom is up 13%, a new high. Unusual volume over here. ERYP is not only a big winner, but saw unusual volume on Friday. So I don't see any buying opportunities in these unusual volume stocks. So we're going to move on to Twitter. Let's check on the live stream, see if there's any comments coming in. All right, nothing so far. So I'm checking George Palikaris's Twitter. He is the CEO and founder of Metamaterials, a Canadian company similar to BlackBerry, similar to Bombardier. These are companies that have been very successful internationally. So Metamaterials is very likely to be the next big Canadian company, following in the footsteps of BlackBerry and Bombardier. So, there is a news catalyst. Okay, so it looks like there are two things. He tweeted here. There's 3 tweets since I last checked. The rare phenomenon of natural metamaterials. Imagine being able to reproduce on demand at scale and low cost nanomaterials like those on wings of butterflies. What? To create structured light with no toxic paints or inks. 200 million year old nanotech evolution. Wow, that sounds like something from a Christopher Nolan movie. If we can pull it off, amazing. So, video from Butterfly Wings to Metamaterials by Imperial College, from Professor Sir John Pendry, one of the pioneers in our scientific field. Wow, that is very, very intriguing. And then his most recent tweet from July the 30th, a warm welcome to Dr. Hai Sun, who is joining Metamaterials as Director, Lithography, Manufacturing, and Operations. Dr. Sun brings more than 20 years of nanofabrication engineering and innovation leadership experience. Okay. And there was a press release to do with this announcement. I received the email from Metamaterials on Friday. So he joins Meta from HRL Laboratories. He was the process integration section leader. So he knows his stuff. He is very competent in this field. Lithography has been central to my career. It is one of Meta's core technologies. I'm excited to be part of the effort as we scale our processes and capacity to address a wide range of high growth applications. Wow. Okay. So they, it sounds like they are on the cusp of the future, so much so that it doesn't even make sense to me. It sounds like Chinese to me. Uh, let's go to what's the next stop? Kowalski's blog. I don't think he posted anything new, but let's just check, make sure, and then we'll go to Wall Street Bets and Metamaterial subreddit to close out the show. Yeah, okay, nothing new there. Wall Street Bets, see what's been trending. You realize this is going to be a little different than what was posted on Friday. Well, not too different, not wildly different from what we saw, what you would have seen on Friday, since I think things tend to slow down on the weekend since the market is closed. China does not care about U.S. investors' money. I see quite a few posts on China this morning. I want to clarify a few points. I lost over 300K on Chinese stocks. Oh wow. Yeah, I lost a bit of money too in Chinese stocks. I invested in Hang, ticker symbol EH. I don't know how much money I lost, but it wasn't that much. But it was enough for me to just shake my head at that and never trust them again. Not them in general, but I mean in terms of that particular stock. DD again, I think there's a lot of potential there. We got to wait for the support level to show up, to make itself known, to get a better idea of what is their true support, and then we look at stocks like SOS, Mara, and Canaan. I think those are all Chinese stocks, or at least SOS and Canaan are. Those are good ones as well because they are tied into Bitcoin. And they also work internationally. They're not, I believe Canaan is also international. BlackBerry is trending. A bunch of other stocks. Tesla's there as usual. Baba Yaga, no, Alibaba. That's kind of like a Chinese stock because it is owned by a Chinese billionaire, if I'm not mistaken. ELY, I don't know what that is. Hood. What's going on with inflation? Okay. Stop trying to predict the next market crash. Well, I can't help it. It looks like it's going to happen, if not this fall, sometime in the next 5 years for sure. I mean, that's a pretty good range. 5 years from now, anything can happen. The black swan is coming. Oh, this person just said, don't predict the market crash. And then there's a post right after, the black swan is coming. Yeah, it's coming. We just don't know when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because the market, just like other stocks, just like a stock, it needs to be corrected. Correction is coming. Just be ready for it and make sure you have enough money in reserve just for that purpose of buying during the crash. Okay. Looks like that's it for this Amazon. Okay, I don't know why you would buy Amazon. Very bad idea. not it's a bad idea. I should say that it's not a very hard to make money from. It's hard to make a lot of money from Amazon. You're gonna have to. It's like a slow crawl. You might as well just put your money in a high interest savings account. It's gonna take a while for you to see your investment grow, but no, Amazon's a better investment than a high interest savings account. It's just compared to other opportunities out there like Metamaterials, GameStop, AMC. I mean, your money is only going to go up maybe less than 10% uh, from year to year. Okay, we have some posts here from Metamaterials. It says here a little sneak peek, and I see a foldable device. Like it's actually folding. That's pretty wild to actually see that. To see a screen that normally should not fold without it cracking, and it's actually folding. One day the seas will part, this gap will fill. Yeah, I believe that. And that's a gap between $11 to $13. So yeah, no, that's a good point there. Metamaterials, where's my dividend? Well, I've been saying this over and over, almost every video, but you're looking at sometime in the next year, 2022. I think the latest, April 1st, 2022. Samsung Fold. Okay, so I posted about this maybe a few days ago. Apple, Google, Samsung, uh, they are creating a lot of smartphones that are foldable. And Metamaterials has a prime opportunity to do a business deal with at least one of them, if not all of them. Who else pre-ordered the Samsung 3? Now all I need is some of those Torch, the shorts. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, is it really Metamaterials working with them? We have to confirm that. Samsung starts development of ultra small LiDAR for autonomous driving. Is this Meta? So he's asking a question. I'm not sure. If you've been searching for, let's say, promoted post here. All of us when Metamaterials goes parabolic. Okay. 2015 patent assigned to 3M. It mentions NanoWeb by name. Well, that's big. That's a big post. Metamaterials, more evidence of Meta being wrongly classified. Yeah, we know this. Old news. Who is the competitor for Metamaterials? That's a good question. I'm going to open that in a new tab as well. Okay, so that's all for Metamaterials subreddit. I'm going to read these tabs. There's 11,600 members right now of the subreddit, and 316 are online. So I've got about 5 tabs to look at, and then we'll close this live stream. Let me just check the live stream, see if there are any questions incoming. No, nothing. Great. So I'm really excited for this new week. We'll see actually the next 2 weeks, because August the 10th is 9 days from now. A little sneak peek. So this is the first most popular post on the Meta Material subreddit. It says here, go beyond. Meta delivers previously unachievable performance across a range of applications by inventing, designing. Okay. So that's some high. Okay. Can't even say that word. Is this the new phone? It looks like a tablet. I think it's the old fold phone. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting, just to see a foldable kind of tablet phone device. All right, so that's the first tab. Next tab says Samsung Fold 3. I think this is a video. I wonder whose IP that ultra thin glass belongs to. Yeah. The glass is made by Corning. Samsung has a long partnership with that company. Okay, so it is Corning, not. I was looking for a link between Corning and Meta. I couldn't find anything. So Let's not get too excited uh, without confirming our sources. Samsung starts development of ultra small LiDAR for autonomous driving. To keep things in perspective, Velodyne, the biggest competitor mentioned in the article, seems to be one of the frontrunners in developing a smaller LiDAR unit. They use metamaterials to make this work as well. Wow, okay. So I hope Meta's version is better. So perhaps Microvision and Velodyne might be the competitors to Metamaterials. I think that's what it sounds like, unless there's some way they can collaborate. All right, we have two more tabs to go. It's talking about a patent from 2015 assigned to the company 3M. It mentions NanoWeb by name. That's pretty big. I've looked at all the Samsung and Apple patents. They have covered themselves. They have covered themselves well and stated a metal mesh or ITO could be used for the touch sensor. No mention of NanoWeb. However, I did find this assigned to 3M in 2015 about display touch sensors. It mentions NanoWeb by name. So this is a patent you can find on Google. Under 3M says electrodes to provide a matrix in which the application would need to provide a number of specific touch panel nodes at the electrode intersections of the matrix. As an example of another application, a drive electrode can be provided in the form of an ITO or nanoweb relative to one or more receiving electrodes. So it does say nanoweb, each of which will provide a position and or signal based on a differentiable response signal. Features, e.g., amplitude, shape, modulation type, and or phase. NanoWeb is superior to ITO. Will be all right. NanoWeb is not the only metal mesh in the market, and ITO is the industry standard. It takes a lot to usurp the industry standard. Hopefully, we have that Samsung deal. One would be crazy for not using these are the comments. One would be crazy for not using the latest tech to have an upper hand, says leg, upper leg on the competition. I believe this will be the new standard soon. Yeah, we'll see. That's very interesting. That says nano web. I mean, that is patented. That is copyrighted. You can't just use that. It's like saying Q-tip. Who is the competitor for Meta? Hey guys, can you tell me a few companies which are in competition with Meta, same sector technology? Anywaves, Echodyne Incorporated, Evolve Technologies, Fractal Antenna Systems Incorporated, Kai Meta Corporation, Lumotive, Metamaterial Technologies. I don't think they can't compete with themselves. MetaWave Corporation took about 2 seconds on Google. I'm going to short all these. uh, on Meta's website, they say the products produced are more time and cost efficient. So, Metamaterials is the first metamaterials company on US exchanges. I would need to do some digging as to what other companies are trying to do. It's not as simple with them because they are wanting to license their tech rather than produce much of their own. They hold many patents, and some of the new hires, I think they will have to get a new count, as I believe Hai Sun alone brought with him over 25 held patents. And someone says 39 patents. Well, he brought a lot with him. Dr. Sun is a very intelligent and capable guy. Some of his earlier patents had to do with oxidation of hydrocarbons, such as oil and gas, to create new materials, as well as making micro writing tools, kind of like the tools needed for metamaterials, which could help us imagine what he can do for the team. Unfortunately, I think most, if not all, of his patents are expired or under Western Digital. This is not bad news because if you look at the patents, you'll see He is perfect for the team. Okay. Just wanted to clear up that he won't be bringing over patents. And instead, he's going to help Meta to make new ones. Okay. As always, double check my work, please. Okay. That sounds like a very reasonable person. Most of the ones I found. Okay. So, yeah, it seems like their competitor is not any one company. Seems like it's the short sellers and the hedge funds, in my opinion. Most of the other companies in satellite antennas, Meta, security scanners, Evolve Technology, and Radar, Echodyne, and I'm going to put in there probably Microvision and yeah, Velodyne was mentioned earlier. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. So it looks like most of everything is stable except for Newegg and Cassava. Um, yeah, Monday we usually see a rally with almost every stock, and then it tends to go down for Friday. But this month is going to be very interesting. Again, a lot of things are happening for Metamaterials in the pipeline regarding the August 10th. Uh, I think that's where we're going to be reporting their quarterly earnings. It's also a date that is related to the deadline for how long they can be on the threshold list as to where the shorts have to cover their positions. So that may or may not happen. I'm not going to bank on that, but there's also the point, or I should say the big factor, where the period of silence, I believe it's 30 or 40 days, where now George Palikaras, CEO of Metamaterials, can now go all out. He can talk about PR, he can talk about deals that they have done or are in the works with potential business partners, whoever they are, whether it's Tesla, Apple, whoever, Samsung, etc., and Boeing, and all those. Uh, there's so much surrounding this date, August 10th and beyond. Again, it's not set in stone where everything has to happen on this one date, but it's just a good a good length of time from the initial merger, and where they did do a reverse stock split, and then it's enough time from the previous quarterly and the next quarterly. So this is the calm before the storm. We'll see how this month pans out. I'm very optimistic uh, from August 10th moving forward into the future for the next 5-10 years. We'll see how long, not just how long, how high the stock will go in the next 5 to 10 years. Just give it a year from the initial merger. So that was around what, June, end of June. So let's just see where the stock is around July 4th. Let's just say July 4th, 2022. I did say April 1st, 2022. If this stock Metamaterials is below $4, so if it's at $3.99 by April 1st, 2022, I'm going to shut this channel down. You won't see me anymore doing this kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm so confident in that wager, in that bet, that I know it will, most likely will not be like a 90% chance or above, where this stock will not be at that level by that time, April 1st, 2022. So thank you for your time, and God bless you, and God bless your investments. Thank you. Have a good day, and we'll see you on Monday after the market closes. I like to do a video immediately after, ideally. So if I can, I like to look at everything else, the Reddit, Twitter, all those things that I looked at today. But then I'll close it with uh, the stock market. So maybe I'll start a little bit earlier, and that way people be able to watch these videos a little bit earlier as well. So I'd like to try to make sense of what's going on in the stock markets, trying to make sense of what's going on with these trending stocks. Now, I know not everyone uh, looks at metamaterials the same way I do, and some people have their picks, whether it's Newegg or Castava or whatever, what so have you, Microvision, and to each their own. Those are also very good investments as well. But I'm not a billionaire. I can't I can't be investing in every stock that I set my heart onto. But Metamaterials is a very it's got high potential, very promising potential in its future. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much. Until next time, we'll see you on Monday after the market closes at 4 p.m. So hopefully we'll have a video up. Most likely, I'm going to say around between 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time.